right. Well, here we go. Well, it's our third Wednesday of the month. And our third Wednesday, we have a guest speaker once a month now, as we change the rotation on. And so before we introduce our guest speaker and to turn time over to her, I just wanted to highlight some of the things we talked about last week. And you all know where I'm going with this is when David shared the state of the company and how we were doing throughout various markets, but more specifically here in the United States, he mentioned 3 states. And if you remember those 3 states, it was Utah, Texas, and Washington. Okay, so I want to congratulate those who are in those states, but also issue a challenge to those who are not in those states. So we can put your state on the map and give a shout out to all those in your organization working to build the ACTIVZ brand. Also, he did say that last month was one of our best months in our company history, was up 16 to 17%. And I'm just going to give you guys a sneak peek since we're halfway through the month and we still have half more to go. We're already outdoing last month. So I want to congratulate each and every one of you and those in your teams for doing your part in spreading the ACTIVZ brand and changing people's lives. I know sometimes it's tough. You're not sure what to do, how to do it, but by joining these weekly calls, both on our Tuesday weekly calls, which last night Kurt did an amazing job of giving a highlight of our company and our opportunity presentation, but also on our Wednesday calls that we give you the updates to have the tools and the skills that you need to take your business to the next level. So once again, I want to issue that challenge and also congratulate at the same time. So with that, I will turn the time over to Angie, who will give us a brief reminder of the promotions and the incentives that we have going on.
Okay, thank you, Stu. So I'm going to be a broken record every week for the next 3 months because we have our incentive trip qualification coming up. If you have not made your plan to qualify for the incentive trip, I want you to sit down today and I want you to go through exactly what you're going to do to get to Costa Rica. We want all of you to be there with us. So go on the website. There are 4 things you need to focus on to get points. People reordering, enrolling people, your personal enrollments rank advancing, and your own personal rank advancement. So take down and put down on a piece of paper, write down the people that you know are going, that you've personally enrolled that are going to reorder, and make sure you know how many points you're going to get from them every single month. Make sure that you know who you're going to enroll that month. If you are more of a new person, you need to focus on enrolling like 5 to 6 people a month. And if you're new, this goes right along with the 500 Club. So if you're brand new, you can still qualify for the 500 Club. So all of this kind of ties together. We do this on purpose, but you need to focus on about 5 or 6 enrollments a month so you can maximize the new enrollment points. Then you need to look at your downline and look to see who is close to rank advancing and help them get to that next rank. And then also focus on some of the new people rank advancing. You just need to get them to A4 and you're going to get points for that. So go through your organization, write down your plan if you haven't made your plan today. It's not too late to qualify for the incentive trip. But if you don't start today, you're not going to make it. So you need to make sure that you have a plan. Because without a plan, you're not able to really execute and do the things that you need to do to get there. So make your plan, write it down, make sure that every day you're looking at what your plan is and you're striving to hit those goals. Because we want everyone to join us on the incentive trip to Costa Rica. These trips are absolutely amazing. If you haven't been on an incentive trip before, you have to be there. We wine and dine you. Your airfare is taken care of, your hotel is taken care of, not just for you, but you and a guest. So you and a guest, we're going to take you to Costa Rica. We're going to pay for your airfare. We're going to pay for your hotel. It's an all-inclusive resort. So you don't pay for food. You don't pay for anything. You just come and you relax and we make sure you have a great time. So make your plan, make it today and start qualifying for the incentive trip. Just a reminder that we have our fitness kit that is available through the month of August. So we are focusing on Arrow. So there's going to be 2 Optimend, an Arrow, a Link, Genomics, and I forgot what else is in there, but it's for $250. And this is a great pack that has a great discount. So if you're looking for a pack to enroll someone with, or if you're looking for a pack to purchase yourself, look for the fitness kit because it's an amazing pack with some an amazing discount that you can purchase for the month of August. We have 5 Tuesdays in the month of August, which means that we have an extra meeting next week. So Tuesday at 7 p.m. What I think we're going to do is we're just going to go through and we are going to give you some tips on how to talk about the products. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to give you the top points for each product that you can write down, so that when you're talking about the products to other people, you know exactly what to say, and you know the exact benefits of the product, so you'll be able to talk about the products a little bit better. And then we'll go through, we'll talk about really simple points about how to talk about the business. We'll give you quick bullet points, and then you're going to take those bullet points and you're going to turn it into your own presentation. Kurt did an amazing job last night presenting the business opportunity, and it's going to be those exact same bullet points, but then you create your own presentation from there. So next Tuesday is going to be kind of a learning session, and it's going to be the same time we have it every Tuesday, 7 p.m. And we're just going to go through some really simple points to help you talk about the business and help you talk about the products. So make sure to join us next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, this same number, just like we do every single Tuesday. So to wrap up, remember, get your plan together today, if you haven't, about how you're going to get to the incentive trip. We're going to talk about this every single week. I'm going to keep talking about it until I know you all have a plan and that we know you all are going to make it there to Costa Rica with us. So Stu, that is what I have for today. So I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Great. Thank you so much, Angie. I love that the incentive trip is a point-based system. So 150 points will be able to get you and your significant other to Costa Rica. And so, as Angie pointed out, there's no secret on how to get the 150 points because it's already listed. It's a matter of game planning it the right way each month to accumulate those points. So I concur with Angie. Go ahead and use your success guide. That last page that Ryan Thompson swears is his favorite part in that success guide on your plan, on your contacts. What are you going to do to get that 150 points? In addition, those 3 new bonuses that ACTIVZ has introduced, a lot of it is geared to new distributors. So I'm actually glad that Angie is going to be presenting next week, Tuesday, the highlights of our, basically our products that we have and our company, because those are the necessary things that at the very least a new distributor needs to know. It's funny that Angie just said that because we had a conference call last night for Japan, and our monthly Zoom call on September 4th, we are going to do the same exact thing. We're going to take 2 to 3 highlights or important points of each of our products and our compensation plan and really narrow it down for speaking points so people can start to develop their own presentation. So it's, Angie, we're here right now. I can tell you that we're thinking the same. ACTIVZ is one, and we're one with you, and we're here to support you. So whatever we need to do to help you grow your business, feel free to reach out to us as well. And we can shape these calls, whether it's a corporate calls or, like Angie pointed out, on our weekly Tuesday calls, that's geared to you and your distributors. We're here to help you. And with that being said, one of our top distributors that has been a shining example in our company from the very start, has done everything to help those that she has been associated with. And she was originally from Mexico, but she now lives in Arizona. And as you know her, sometimes she logs in when we used to have these corporate calls in the morning with her headset while she's teaching her cycling class. Now, this lady is very passionate, not only about nature, but also about fitness. She actually is turning into a marathon runner. So I hope that I see her in the Paris Olympics coming up, maybe challenging some of those top athletes because she is a top leader and she has a will to win. When she starts something, she always wants to finish it. And you guys know her as Coco Gonzalez. And so I would like to turn the time over to you, Coco.
You I always say that I don't watch TV right now because I am focused on this, but I will talk more. But with the Olympics, I was so passionate about the races that I was just breathing and I was feeling, and my memory went back when I was 17 to 22 and I was in those competitions for 5,000, 10,000 kilometers, and the time that we need to wait for our, how I say, when you do the trials and they are setting up the two or three that are gonna go to the finals. It's so much tension and just can feel in the environment. It's just competition, competition, and I don't know. It's amazing. Um, yeah, well, thank you. I'm so happy to be here because it's been a journey to be with ACTIVZ. Last month was amazing. I rank 8-7, and I think I received one of my biggest check, and I was so happy. I wanted to cry, but I'm not gonna cry. But I want to say something. We know how we need to do agendas. We know how important it is to do the 30 days. We know how important it is to make a vision, to have a goal, how important it is to follow up. But all those things that are not going to happen is you don't get in love with the project, is you don't commit yourself. Like when I was talking about in the past, when I was, racing those marathons, all those things, I was committed. I was committed to the training from the 7 days. Sunday was kind of our warm and easy day, but we still 30 minutes jogging, no hard, no nothing, but we keep the machine warm. I remember my coach say, keep the machine warm, even if it's Sunday. And I was, oh my God, we just run 3 hours Saturday, and now we want me to go run 30 minutes. Like, but I feel that strict commitment daily is what is pushing me here to do ACTIVZ. I go to sleep thinking in ACTIVZ and I wake up thinking in ACTIVZ. So I commit to ACTIVZ. I am in love with the project and I do something every day. I don't say I'm gonna be calling today, I'm gonna be prosting today, and tomorrow no. So for me, it's every day to say yes to ACTIVZ. And something that helped me was to switch the mentality that now I am a network marketing woman. I am a network marketing teaching indoor cycle classes. I am a network marketing podcast radio because I am doing the radio also. I am a network marketing mother and wife, and my daughter is having a baby in September 18. So I needed to surrender all my environment around ACTIVZ. But my mentality is like, I am a network marketing doing and applying that to my life around me, right? So I have my notes so I don't go uh, three things that I needed to commit and work very hard on myself was my mentality, how I was feeling mentally, how I was feeling physically, and how I was feeling spirituality. Because I noticed when one of those get unbalanced, that unbalance everything. And even that, I remember 1 year ago, I started working very hard. I was having solar stuff that was unbalanced in me, that was affecting my family. I was affecting my marriage, and I was not able to had that I am a network marketing doing all the stuff. So I needed to work on myself first to get that balance, to get that peace. And how I did it was listening tapes, go on all the trainings the ACTIVZ offer in Spanish and in English. better than be listen music when I was driving. I was listening a tape, or I listen a tape, not watching TV at all. And that was very weird for my family, because my husband can come and be in his room watching TV, and I am in the kitchen cooking or whatever, and I listen uh, um, somebody, no, like, and like now they are getting used to, but I feel that I needed that, so I can bring the peace, and I'm able to help the team, and I'm able to balance my life around all that. And also that helped me to attract awareness 316 degrees, because before I was focused just to something, and I will not see the big picture. So now that, uh, and I also in the mornings I do my mantras, my positive affirmations, and I will say thank you, because I had the 360 105 awareness, and I can see, and God is showing me. I'm always grateful and thankful for what is happening in my life. And I always, when there is moments that they're getting hard, because there was some moments they're not being easy. They I'm been crying. I remember that I called my Trish, and I said, Trish, I need help with this. And then I get to go through that, and I keep going. And why we need to see why we need to have the awareness, or the 360 things that are happening around us, because first of all, it's the 360 days, right? And with that, you are not able to concentrate on just something. Like, for example, somebody's doing the business using social media. Somebody is doing the business around church. Somebody is doing the business about friends, neighbors, and things like that. So when you concentrate so much in only one area, and sometimes you don't have um, the results that you want, you get frustrated and you don't want to keep going. So when you had the awareness of the 360 days, that doesn't mean that you need to let it go. What are you doing here? But then you open more opportunities. You open more doors to you, and the law of attraction will bring those opportunities as well. And so what I do, I concentrate on something, and as it's working and give you little seeds and that are growing, as their time that are growing, I go to other area and I plant more seeds, and then I go in that area, and then I have my agenda and I can write it down so I don't forget what is happening here, because and then when you are looking so many things, and then you can lose control and everything. So it's what I do. I write down, and if something is not gave me where I want to go fast, so then I need to go and find something else, and I pray about it. And usually God is bringing me an answer, and I keep working with that. And also something that I've been doing, I'm very flexible to change. And I always wake up that when something is not working, I make the mentality and I let it go. So I'm very flexible. I'm flexible with the team when they need me. I'm kind of like 24/7, even Sundays sometimes. And I still go to church, but I am flexible those days too. And now that the team is growing, I'm helping them to find their four. And now that Angie was telling us that we need to get 5 to 6 per month. Now she put pressure on me, so now I gotta go and have that. And I cheer my team. I'm very proud about them. Um, I go to the back office. That's very important that you know your back office because with that you can track how your organization is going, how you can see what is the volume, what is the ranks that they need to go, so they can, what do they need to do to rank. And so I feel I recommend that you know your back office. And recently I learned how to go to this the summary where you can see how ACTIVZ pay you. And I was amazed to see that, because you can see the graphics when you go down, when you go up, and things like that. And I was fascinated, like, what the heck? This is me. This is my graphic. It's not ACTIVZ graphic. Back and forth is me. And I see when they pay me, how much they pay me, when the bonus was applied to my account. So all those things are a team needs to know. And when they see that, I feel that they get motivated, because when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that's my own business. So I like, okay, keep going. So I used to make this short, I just gonna say that develop your skills, never stop developing your skill, because that's gonna make you stronger. Like today at 1:30, at 3:30, we're gonna talk with a person that I wanted to call her 1 year and a half ago. And in that time, the first time when I wanted to make this call, I was not ready. Uh, I was scared. And now I'm reflecting why I was scared. Because I feel that I was not enough and I was not at that level of this person. But with the work that I'm doing in me, I am in that level now. And he responds very well. And so I just tell you that keep developing your skills, go to the trainings, go to the active schools, because when you have that knowledge, when you have that peace inside, you're gonna able to do this business. When you have that mentality, I am a network marketing, and you don't feel shame because it's the best thing that ever can happen. Even I want my kids to do it, but my son is gonna go to college, to SU, and he wants to do a psychology. I say, well, okay, do a psychology. I'm working the business. So develop your skill. Don't stop. Don't quit. Love what you do. Love doing here at this. Take the products. Be product of the product. I don't stop taking my products, and I'm so grateful because I still performing as I was 18 or 21. So I'm very happy about the products. I'm very happy about company, corporate. Dream big, think what is your vision, enforce your why, and be grateful and thankful. And well, I hopefully that make, well, they give you a little bit of what I'm feeling right now. And it's been a process.
Great. That was awesome, Coco. Really appreciate it. Um, just a couple of things I just picked up from that is always being committed, no matter what you do, whether it's cycling, running, cooking, working your active business, being committed is very important because, I mean, we all heard it, right? Your dads always tell you, if you're just going to be raking up the leaves, might as well do a good job at it because it'll just take you longer and be the best rake leaves guys you can be, because you take pride in that. So when people see, they will take notice. And so being committed to this business is tough, but it is very necessary. I like what you mentioned on writing things down, as we talked about earlier, is when you write it down, you cannot forget it. You can always look at it and refer to it. We have smartphones nowadays, but I don't know how smart these phones are because it forgets some things that I put in there and I lose it. I know Ryan Thompson always has his schedule and his emails going all over the place. So they're not that reliable. Writing it down is. Just don't lose that paper. But yes, really love your words of encouragement. And that's the reason why you're successful. So really appreciate you sharing your thoughts. So to close us out today on our weekly call, we have the privilege of having our president, Ryan Thompson, joining us. Before he speaks, just extra motivation so that you guys do qualify for these incentive trips. Ryan is always in a nice button suit. He's with a shirt and tie. He's with coats and everything. If you get on the incentive trips, he is very casual. And so you get to see the other side of Ryan. He might even break dance for you. And so if that is not motivation enough, I don't know what is. So with that being said, Ryan, time is yours.
I will definitely break dance for them, Stu. Definitely. I'm going to force them to watch me break dance. I'm kidding. Thank you, Stu. Great job. Coco, felicidades, amiga. That's incredible. That's incredible. From 5,000 up to 17,000 from June to July. Really, a round of applause, guys. Let's give it up for Coco Gonzalez. She kind of downplayed her new rank of A7, but she more than doubled her she tripled her volume from 1 month to the next, tripled her volume. So I hope you all listened to what she said. I like listening to Coco talk because she always talks about at least 15 different things, right, Coco? She covers everything, but she is someone who, she leads with her heart, and she's, I remember when Coco was brand new here, it was fun to get to know her. So it's exciting, Coco, to see your business taking off. And on that topic of taking off, today we are, Stu, you mentioned this, but today, month over month, we are 16.7, so I'll say 17% month over month in the US. So guys, round of applause for the US today. That's huge. That is a huge increase. Let's maintain it. Let's keep that up all month. It's been exciting to see the US take off. We have a lot of people who are new in the US, and so I want to talk a little bit about some basics with you today. I know that this last Saturday was active school, and I would encourage everybody to make sure that you're always inviting your entire team to the active school. It's not just for people that are full-timers. It's for everybody. It's for people who have their toe stuck in the water, who aren't really sure if they're really going to make a go of this, right? They need to be plugged into the active school. And of course, all of the Zooms that we do, we host Zooms, and the other leaders host Zooms so that you can become not an expert at this, but really good at inviting people, right? The key to success here is not that you master all the information. You don't have to be a junior scientist or a doctor or memorize what dynamic compression is. You just need to be good at inviting people and following up, inviting and following up. So that's what I wanted to talk a couple minutes about today, Stu, with everybody, were some of those basics, recognizing that we have a lot of new people, a lot of new growth happening here in the US, and it's exciting. This is an exciting time to be involved in ACTIVZ. We've got our biggest market south of the border. Mexico is exploding right now. It's doing incredible things. Colombia, which we're not open in yet, is one of our fastest growing markets, and places like the Dominican Republic, where we're not open and we don't have product shipping, are really just bursting at the seams as well. We have someone who this month is hitting A8 in Dominican Republic, and that's a tiny part of a tiny island that just got hit by a devastating hurricane. And so where there's a will, there's a way. And one of my biggest observations in not just my role here at ACTIVZ, but always in network marketing, is this: the people who make it to the top are the people who do not ever make excuses. And that's it. That's it. Everybody else will find a reason that they didn't go all the way. They'll find an excuse, and they won't call it an excuse. It will just be a reason, right? We call excuses reasons, right? We change our language to soften it up and to be soft on ourselves, but it's an excuse. The people who make it to the top, whether that was with me at New Skin, whether that was Tahishinoni, whether that was RE, whether that was LifeVantage, whether it was when I was a distributor at ACN or Synergy or the Institute of Global Prosperity, the people at the top didn't make excuses. Everybody else did. There was always a reason as to why. So right now, as I see the growth, as I see challenges in all of our markets, Bolivia has its fair share of problems. Peru, huge challenges, far more dire than what we have in the United States. You think it's tough in the US, go build this business in Peru. You think it's tough in Peru, go try and build it in Bolivia. You think it's tough in Bolivia, try and build it in the DR, right? Neighbors to Haiti. And then tell me how, what the reasons are. So all I'm saying is success is a function of perspective, right? Life is about perspective. It's about how you frame things. It's about your posture. You got to remember, the wind hits us all the same. How we adjust our sails is up to us, right? The wind blows on everybody exactly the same. It's all about how we adjust our sails. So anyways, I want to congratulate that, but also share that because it's exciting to see what's happening, not only in the US, who has a 70% increase month over month today, but in all of our markets. Quickly, I'm just going to take a couple minutes and talk about, follow up on something I said a minute ago, which is the concept of not trying to be an expert. It is important to dominate, well, not dominate, to master the information. When I say master the information, your own story. Get your story down, right? If you're gonna spend time practicing anything, right? In Spanish, I use the word dominate because it's dominar la presentación. It means master the presentation. And sometimes we misunderstand what that means, especially if we're new to network marketing or if we've never reached the highs, the levels that we've wanted to. Maybe you have a decade or two working in the network marketing industry and you've never reached those the levels of earning or ranks that you've wanted. And we need to think about things. What do you need to get good at? Well, Coco touched on it. Become a professional. View this as a profession, right? Now, that doesn't mean that you quit your day job and say, I'm now a full-time professional. That's the quickest way to get back to forever find yourself in a day job, right? If you quit it too soon. You're gonna transfer desperation to the person you're gonna talk to. People are gonna say, wow, this guy really needs to enroll me, right? Or he's not gonna be able to pay his bills. I'm not signing up with him, right? That is one of the most basic things that, a mentor for many of us, Jim Rohn, talks about. Says, make sure you have a full-time job and a part-time fortune that you're working on. Work on your full-time job and work on your part-time fortune. I'm going to say it again because this is one of the most basic principles that is lost on a lot of people. Work on your full-time job so that when you're talking to someone, you're transferring the right stuff on a subconscious level. You're not making them feel your own desperation or that you need to enroll them, right? No one will want to touch you with a 10-foot pole if you do that. So Jim Rohn says, work on your part-time fortune. And just incidentally, just to tie up the Jim Rohn reference there, for those of you who know who he is, if you don't, Google him and find out more. A lot of people don't know this about him. He never wanted to go full-time in network marketing. He was the one who famously came out and said it's an average of 3 to 5 years to replace your full-time income. And that's true, generally speaking. It's an average of 3 to 5 years for anybody in any profession to replace your income with what you're producing in network marketing. Now, if you're making $400,000 a month, it's going to take you longer, maybe than 3 to 5 years, but not necessarily. But Jim Rohn, it's interesting. He didn't ever want to go full time because he didn't want to change his story, right? His story was that he had replaced his full-time income with his part-time gig, right? With his side gig. That's what he talked about over and over and over and over again. And I got to hear him speak back when I was working at New Skin years ago. And I think it was 1994 when I heard him, and it would have been one of his last presentations before he passed on. But make sure that you're thinking about what you do as a professional, right? You want to be paid like, if you want it to pay you like a business, you got to treat it like a business. Be a professional, right? This isn't a hobby. It's not a pasatiempo. I guess that's hobby. I'm sorry. I'm literally translating into English as I go through this. Don't treat it like a hobby. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you as a hobby. Okay. So if you write that down and think about how you're treating it. Coco, you hit the nail right on the head. Do something every day. That's the quickest and best way to stop treating it like a hobby and to start prioritizing it. And to the extent that you do something every day, like Coco just mentioned, you will begin to transition into that professional. Train yourself, right? If you feel like you're lacking information, like people are presenting you with obstacles and challenges and you don't know how to resolve them, audiobooks, read every day, 30 minutes to 60 minutes a day. You need to invest in yourself. Professionals, they don't just work at their job, right? You can work really hard anywhere, right? That doesn't make you a professional. It makes you a hard worker. And it doesn't mean that you're going to rise to the top. You're not going to reach your financial goals. You need to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself, your own personal development. I don't like that term is overused. self-help, shelf help, whatever you want to call it. Invest in yourself and seek out the best minds. Be careful and disciplined with what you allow yourself to be exposed to, because the truth is there's a lot of information out there, and there's a lot of information that might sound good and clever and witty, and it might talk you out of pursuing your goal. It might convince you that, you know, what you're doing is hey, maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So make sure you seek out information from the best sources. If you go to the success guide, the second to last page, there's a section on personal development, and we included 5 recommendations. If you haven't read those 5 books or audiobooks, stop and go get through those 5 things before you start pursuing other things. There's great books out there. There's great audiobooks. The 5 that we included there, I remember, you know, writing that, the success guide, and there was a reason why we put these 5 books in there. There's a book by Eric Worre called Go Pro. There's a book, there's Dale Carnegie, there's Robert Kiyosaki. There's some basic information, but there's some really good information. Once you get through that, you're going to be that much more empowered and capable of treating your business like a business. Okay. Now let me get back to what I really want to share with you. Now, all of this is what I want to share with you. But basics. You don't have to be a master. You don't have to be an expert. In fact, if you try to be an expert, and there's a difference between an expert and a professional. A professional is someone who invests in themselves and treats what they do seriously and has a long-term commitment. An expert, like a subject matter expert, is a wonk. It's someone who knows a lot about something, right? You don't need to do that here to be successful, contrary to popular belief. You do need to know how to use your resources. You need to know how to use your resources. If someone asks you for more information on the compensation plan, know where to find the information. If someone asks you what is dynamic compression, know where to find the information. Be a clear window to someone who is an expert or to where that information is, right? One of my mentors, a woman named Artemis Limpert, taught me that back in 2003. She said, Ryan, you don't have to be an expert. You need to be a clear window to someone who is, or to where to find the information, because then and only then will people be able to duplicate you and what you do. If you're an expert, forget about it. No one's going to duplicate you. They're not going to want to duplicate you, right? You're going to have to talk to 500 people to get one person. So if you find that you're talking to 500 people and no one is interested, question how much information you're giving them. Maybe you're a veritable fire hose spewing forth from your mouth, kind of like I'm doing right now, right? So keep it simple. Keep it simple, not because you need to dumb anything down for the people you're talking to, but because ultimately, and I say this at a subconscious level, they're just asking themselves, is this something I can do? Is this something I want to do? And if you're talking about things like superoxide dismutase, or you're talking about acid, butyric acid, and complicated things, many people simply are going to say no because they don't want to memorize those words that you're using. That's why we keep it simple. So back to using our resources, know where to find information. I'm going to share 3 things with you that most of you should know. And if you don't, make note of it right now. If you're brand new, pay close attention. When someone asks you for more information on products, for more information on science, for more information on tetrahydrocurcumin or butyric acid, or any information regarding NRF2, I'm going to share with you a website. Well, I thought I was. Let me see if I can do it here. Let me share with you a website. Here we go. You can all see my screen, right? This is epigeneticsinfo.com. Epigenetic info, it's in English, it's in Spanish. Let's scroll down. What is epigenetics? Okay, again, you don't have to be an expert, but you should really become comfortable talking about what epigenetics is. Here's 4 very short paragraphs. I encourage you to spend some time learning this. Epigenetics in you. Here's some great information. Here's some epigenetic products. Maybe you've heard of them: Genomics, Link, Optum, and the Trifecta. Research articles. First, up to bat, genomics. You can scroll left or right, and there is a library full of articles and research that's published here so that you don't have to memorize it. Just know where to find it. Link, you can scroll left or right, right? Here's information on butyric acid. And a lot of these, in fact, all of these are taken from pubmed.gov, okay? Pubmed.gov has way more than epigenicsinfo.com, but epigenix.info.com has the relevant information for us at ACTIVZ. Next up to bat, Optimen, the therapeutic functions of curcumin. Curcumin against cancer, curcumin in Alzheimer's disease, curcumin in pulmonary diseases, curcumin, the various, these are articles that have been published. Okay, these aren't things that that we at ACTIVZ have come up with. These are actual articles. So guys, become familiar with this and know where to find the information. If somebody wants to understand you need more credibility, or they want to see the depth the depth of our products and product research, just refer them here. Okay. Next resource, and I've been sharing this in a lot of the Spanish calls and boot camps I've been doing. You should all be familiar with the Success Guide for Success. This is the ACTIVZ Success Guide. A lot of what Coco covered today is in the Success Guide. If you're going to spend time mastering anything, master this. If you're going to spend any time studying and really researching, research this, right? It goes through how to be, I'm going to use the word duplicatable, how to be more duplicatable, right? How to keep it simple. There's step 1 through 4, defining your why, how to develop your story, how to database, how to set and follow short-term and long-term goals, how to contact, how to invite. There's more effective versus less effective examples. How to follow up, fortunes in the follow-up. There's a lot of information in here, and it's a very short read. It comes in every single start kit, but I am surprised, and so will you be, how few ACTIVZ distributors have really internalized this information. Internalize this information. If someone says, explain to me in 30 seconds how to make $500 a month, you shouldn't stammer and stumble. It's right here. Enroll 3 people, help them find 5 customers, each of whom have 200 PV in a month in product, and that'll pay you $500 a month. That doesn't include all the extra rank advancement bonuses or anything like that. So all of that stuff is here, guys. This is a quick study. Stu mentioned this earlier, our weekly plan of action, second to last page. Under final thoughts is personal development right here at the bottom. If you can see, if your eyes can see that small, there's the 5 recommended books that we put in there, okay? Next up to bat, guys, I'm gonna share my a third resource that I want you all to be real familiar with. Let me see if I can toggle live here. I'm gonna have to stop sharing and let me go back here. Okay, here we go. The next thing I wanna share with you and final is this. Many of you don't know what this is. This is the commission calculator, right? When you talk to someone about the comp plan and how to make money, how to focus on their part-time fortune while working at their full-time job, this is what you want to use. You want to come over here and say, okay, let's say, Bob is my neighbor. Okay, Bob, you're going to talk to 10 to 15 people per day. That's the minimum of 1 hour per day, and set a goal of doing at least 1 presentation per day. Doing that, you're going to be able to enroll about 2 people per month. We're going to have them come in at the premium pack. You can also adjust this to the global wellness kit, right? But let's just keep it for simplicity here. The premium pack and monthly auto ship of 200 PV per month, or we can say 100 per month. And about 1 out of every 2 people that start the product is going to quit on their second month. So we're going to make that 50%. And about 2 out of 10 people that you bring into this is going to actually do what you do, right? 8 out of 10 won't. And we're going to zero this out for now. So you can sit here with Bob and you can say, Bob, if you do this, this is what you can expect to earn over time. So here, after about 8 months, you're earning an extra $1,500 per month, right? For between now and 8 months. You can see that you earn money. It's not a lot of money, 200, then 230, then 260, 300. But I think everybody on this call right now knows that getting someone to $500 a month consistently is a game changer for them. Getting them to $1,500 a month is a real game changer. Remember, I'm not having Bob quit his job to do this. I'm saying, Bob, give me a minimum of an hour a day, maybe 2, maybe 3, depending on how aggressive Bob said. If Bob says that's not enough for me to do this, Ryan, I need to make more than that. I'm going to say, okay, Bob, we're going to increase the number of contacts per day, and we're going to increase this to 5 people per month, right? But now you're contacting 15 to 20 people today, and you're really getting people to duplicate. Now you're going to earn a lot more, a lot faster. But look at these numbers, you can say, well, look, $1,500 month 3 from now, that's not realistic. Okay, well, let's decrease this retention, this duplication rate down to 10%. All right, 1 out of 10 people do what you do, not 2 out of 10, 1 out of 10. And now you can see the numbers, right? You arguably are pretty realistic. But 9 months from now, I've got Bob making 100 grand a year, $8,000 per month. Now, this is predicated upon duplication, consistency, and that's predicated upon each new enrollment coming in with a $500 pack. We can change the premium pack, make that a global wellness pack at $200, and the numbers adjust. My point is you don't have to be an expert in memorizing all the bonuses. You don't have to be able to explain dynamic compression. Just open up that Excel document, that calculator, and help Bob find something that he's comfortable doing. Okay, that's how I teach the comp plan. I recommend that's how you teach the comp plan, because it's not teaching people how electricity works, it's teaching them how to turn the light switch on. It's showing them what to do, and that's what people need. And so for all of you new distributors out there and all of you seasoned vets out there, I would recommend we rethink how we're approaching this. Keep it simple. Talk about what to do. Stop trying to explain electricity, right? I encourage you to spend some time with epigenetics.com, epigeneticsinfo.com. Spend some time with the commission calculator and spend a lot of time with the success guide. You don't need to be an expert, just know where to find the resources. But those are kind of 3 things that I want to share with you today in an effort to help move us all towards a higher level of professionalism. And that said, thanks for everything that you guys are doing. Congratulations. Thus far, it's just the middle of the month. It's 8/18 today, and we're up 17% in the U.S. So great job. And with that, I was gonna close with a Jim Rohn quote, but I already shared it, right? And I'll just double down on what I shared from Jim Rohn. Work your day job and full-time and part-time on your fortune. Don't forget that that's what you're doing. Part-time is working on your fortune. Stu, back to you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing these concrete things that we can use as homework to better ourselves and to get the necessary tools to continue to build our business. But I really picked up on that first thing that Ryan talked about was invite and follow up. That's why we have these weekly calls. Just invite them to these calls, because you have professionals like Ryan Thompson, Coco Gonzalez, our leaders that actually share things that can help them start their business and grow their business. Next week, Tuesday, we'll be having our medical forum / talking about the highlights of each product. So those that are new to the business or those that wanna just get the highlights, not have not be an expert like Ryan said, but have enough information that you need to just poke at somebody or give it a little jab, and then they will start to learn more about it. Go ahead, Ryan. See your hand up.
I'm sorry, I forgot to make an important point. The success guide, if you don't know where it is in the back office, it's also on the app, but you can also just Google it. Just Google it. Type Success Guide ACTIVZ, Success Guide ACTIVZ. It is the very first thing that shows up. So, you don't have to be an expert. You just need to know how to Google something. So Success Guide ACTIVZ, it pops right up. It's awesome. It's the first link right there. That's all I wanted to add to Stu. Go ahead.
Great, yes. I mean, Google, you can find everything on Google and YouTube nowadays. So, right. But once again, make sure it's the right source, as Ryan pointed out. Because as we're learning these things, we need to make sure that we say the right things. So with that being said, I know our call has been going along already. So I will, where's Angie? There she is. I will turn the time over to Angie to do our lucky wheel.
All right. Okay, so we are going to do 2 raffles today. We're going to make this a little bit different. So the first one, we are going to do the Wheel of Names. And then the second one, I'm going to ask a question. So it will be related to active school. So you guys be thinking about it, and I'm going to ask a question. So our first winner is, let's do a spin. All right. It's our big winner today.
Joaquin,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
Boyo, that's a great name. I wish I was named Boyo.
All right. Okay. So our second raffle winner, you guys are going to need to unmute and answer the question. So the question is going to be, what was the percent if someone earned a check in their first 30 days? How, if they were to enroll someone and earn a check, how more likely are they to duplicate and enroll more people? So this was under Noemi's presentation.
Yes.
6%.
6%, and then it went up to how much if they?
6%. That's a partial answer.
Yep. If they received one check or enrolled somebody.
Angie, are you going to give it to her? I think that was Julia.
Yeah, it was Julia. Yep.
Yeah, we'll give that to you, Julia. So
But what's missing? But what's missing? 6%.
6% will enroll 2 distributors and 16% will enroll 10 distributors, right?
Yes, it was 16.
Okay, so here it is. So I want you guys to look at this. So if they don't get a check in their first 30 days, 6% will enroll 2 people. If they do get a check in their first 30 days, 61% will enroll at least 2 people. So
They will
remember
go on
these
to
numbers
enroll 2
because
people.
you want to make sure that you're helping your people, your new enrollments, get their first check within their first 30 days. So the first 30 days is critical. And so I think this is good information to review on an ongoing basis. But very good, Julia. We'll get you reward points as well. So thank you all for joining. Just a reminder that we have our Tuesday meeting, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain, and be sure to write your plans for the incentive trip. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you, Angie.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Stu.
Thank
Take
you,
care,
Ryan.
everyone.
Thank you, Coco. Angie.
Congratulations,
Thanks everyone
Julia.
for
Take care.
Thank
participating.
you so
Guys,
much.
take care,
Have
everyone.
a
Thank you,
great
Coco.
day.
Take care, everyone. Have a
Bye-bye.
great day.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye.
Yeah.